Yeah, but so today we're gonna be playing a game called Teleforum. It is a Brazilian game that very much caught my attention and I really liked it. I hope you guys like it as well.
Ooh, Walter Martin's Teleforum. Let's go. Okay, this is the right building. Hey, you got the camera on? Weird, well, it's recording now. Right, let's have as much material as possible. We're on the 6th floor. Can you get the button? You can press the button to the 3rd floor. Quick. No, we went to the 6th floor. I don't want to be a childish. What is it? You look like you have something to say. Don't you think it's wrong to bother a widow? Do you know about what happened? Do you get a conversation for this? I didn't know she was a widow. What happened? What happened? It was bizarre. You didn't see it, did you? You just told me how it happened, but he used to, you know. You're lucky. I wish I hadn't seen it. You heard it, right? He gave Celso a VHS tape. The VT operator? Right. Celso was supposed to broadcast the tape, but he couldn't. Technical issues. Then, bam, it happened. Oh, we're here. Come on. It's weird getting these Brazilian names out of a sudden. Like, it's just too weird. Okay, we're going to apartment 608. Easy to remember. Light side, head towards the trash bags. I want to go to the light side. I don't think this way. Got a nice take by the window. You're right, you have a good eye. Someone's been coming here for a smoke. See the ashtray? Don't show me that. I haven't touched nicotine in 3 years. Come on, let's head down the corridor. Pink's apartment just ahead. Here we are. Well, let's get ready, shall we? You can't film him getting to the door and all that, so should I knock on the door, ring the bell? What'll look better on the video? I wonder if she's up talking to strangers. Yeah, you're right, I mean, she lost her husband. If she isn't, she'll be now. Let me try again. Let's get more information. Some 4 years. This hit me hard, you know. I want to do something for him. And take advantage of the situation in the process? Sure, he'd seem demonstrate sharp sense for opportunity. Yeah, you're right, just content farming on your dead friend. Alright, third time's the charm. What do you want? Hi, Miss Martins. We're from Channel 8. We came to give you our condolences. Do you really need a video camera for that? We're making a special program with Walter, a homemage. A kind of retrospective, you see. He worked at the station for so long, so we wanted to talk to you about him, about what happened. Right. Fine, come in. It might be good to talk about it. Homage? Why not? We can edit it later. Right now, we need the raw material. Come on, before she changes her mind. Yeah, I mean, it's basically what I do here, just edit a raw material. Thank you again for welcoming us, Miss Martins. Silva here will film our conversation, okay? Do it now. I'll have to think about that. So she probably isn't not what? Would you like to drink anything? Tea, coffee? Oh, I never refuse a cup of coffee. I'll go make some. She pulled a fast one on you, huh? Forget that. Let's snoop around when we have the chance. Make sure to get anything that catches your eye on camera. We're surrounded by material here. Look at the certificates. Journalist degree from UFRGS, specialization in communication. Oh, I know this. I know this is a university. This is a university. Walter was well educated. I mean, Miss Martins is just the same. What a waste. Oh, it would be a shame if we only had shot the same wall. So look around the whole room here, okay? Use the A, D keys to explore it. Hey, that TV shot looks good. Something funny about this TV. I think there was a lightning strike nearby the other day. Might have messed it up. Actually, I'm pretty sure it happened the same way that Walter, you know. Okay, let's get on the shots. Look at this photo. Some scenery? Not a very opinion scenery, plus it's out of focus. This photo has a story behind it, I can feel it. I might ask her during the interview. Something. Look, a daily trophy. Oh, right, Walter got one from an article he wrote back in the 70s. The station's owner thought this would make us stand out more, but it didn't happen. Local stations have zero chances against the big ones. I think they even had a lobby going on to rush this up. Hey, I can hear her putting Walter in the filter. She'll be back soon. Check all you can now. Look at this headline. The tragic passing of Walter Martins. So it's made the news already. It happened live. Of course it was shocking. Live? Walter bought this wrinkled cover story, some lake where he brings a lot of something. Right, the image got struck in my head before he just vanished inside the thing. I remember he got cheated out of some 500 cruzeiros from our side code. It looked ridiculous in it, but he paid so much for the damn code he just had to wear it. Poor guy. Painting here, a lake. I think it's Miss Martin paint this. Something. Come on. Whoa, a VCR player, fancy. How much is one of these going for now? Some 2 million cruzeiros? For those who don't know, who aren't aware, cruzeiros, it actually was an old Brazilian currency. We now have the BRL, but in here we call it reais. But you guys call it BRL, and I don't know what this means, what this four letter means, but we call reais. But before that, it was the Cruzeiro Real, and before even that, it was the Cruzeiros. This is probably 80s or 90s, if I'm very aware of that. The camera quality makes me wonder if it's 80s, especially 85 or 86. More than that, I think. Walter took a loan to pay this. He told me this one time he gave me a ride. Coffee's almost done. Do you have one? I'm gonna refuse it. No, I'm fine. Feel free to have one to change your mind. So, caffeine yellows the teeth. Nothing liquid anxiety. Nice achievement. So did you think it over? I did. Let's get this done with. Great. We'll begin shortly. Let's shoot the interview on the chair, Silva. Ready? No, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. We're here with Miss Adriana Martins. Adriana Martins, wife of Walter Martins, our dear colleague who left us abroad. It's weird speaking Portuguese and English at the same time. This is so weird, but okay. Our dear colleague who left us so abruptly. She agreed to give us an interview during this most trying of times. The house itself really tells a story about how you two lived. Talk about the painting. The paintings in the living room. They're yours, yes? Yes, I've been practicing for years. I like painting my dreams. I was preparing Walter's portrait. Can't even look at it now. Oh, Walter! On the blurry photo on the shelf. You have a rather peculiar picture in your living room. Ah, that was the first picture I took of the two of us. I put the camera on tripod and set it off to take our picture. Then, well, this lapwing showed up out of nowhere. I think we were too close to its nest. The bird got furious and attacked the camera right when it took the picture. Then it attacked us. That was the result. A portrait neither of us appear in, from yours truly, the great photographer. He found it so funny we had it framed. As to find it funny too. You two are quite well educated, aren't you? You can say so. I studied quite a bit. History, theater... Theater? I met Walter at an eloquence workshop. I used to help him out. Can you believe he had a speech impediment? Bad diction. Nobody noticed it today. His articulate speech, that was my gift. Walter has a very high caliber professional working at a small station. Would you like to comment on that? He felt like he had less problems with higher ups when working at a smaller station. He could suggest topics were more hands-on. He also believed in keeping local stations alive. We lived well. He was an ambitious man, not in that sense. He was a good man. Look, I'm sorry, I don't think I can keep going. Of course, Miss Martins, we have enough material already. He was so different, so nervous. I never expected him to... No one expected that, Miss Martins. I still can't even imagine Walter handing a gun. Gun? What gun? Walter never had a gun. The gun, the one he used in the show's broadcast. He did not use a gun. I know it was horrible, but I saw when he pulled the trigger. That's what Ferreira told you back at the station, right? Okay, what's the worst one? So apparently he altered for himself, but nobody knows exactly what happens in here. This is interesting. I think I'm gonna say a knife. Hang himself. What? How can that be? My god. I knew it. Ever since he got that damn tape. The tape he tried to broadcast? Celso examined the tape back at the studio. I think the film was burned, something like that. That wasn't the tape, not the original. That was a copy. Seriously? Do you still have the original one? Yes, here. I don't know what he saw on his thing and I don't know where he got it from. Walter made me swear to never watch it. He only watched it when I wasn't home. Or in the small hours of the morning. You want to watch it, don't you? For your show? I don't think that's a good idea, but I'm too tired to even try to change your mind. I am going outside to have a smoke. I don't even want to hear this thing. This is it. We have quite a story here. I miss you, I'm sorry. You look like if you've been seeing a ghost. You stay, right? I'm crazy? I'm out. Whoa, stop right there. Don't let him throw this opportunity away. Look, you don't have to watch it, just film me as I'm watching it. We'll have more takes that way. We can insert the tape's content in the video during editing. There you go. Lovable effort. Alright, let's make some room here. Honors effort. Alright, let's begin. Let's take my first impression of the film. I feel like we shouldn't watch this. I feel like we should not look at this thing. I feel like we shouldn't just even touch this, because when she said that he altered for, and then there's divergencies on what happened, because the wife thinks it's something, I think me, the protagonist Silva thinks it's someone else, Juliana thinks it's a gun. What specifically happened at that station? What was that? And if this tape caused it, I think we should not look at this thing. But you know, there, press play. It's starting. What is this place? I don't recognize this building. These symbols. I can almost... Do they mean anything to you? Looking at them makes my head hurt, gives me deja vu, or I feel like I can almost understand them. Meets the eyes. Oh, it changed it good. So he didn't go inside the building. What is this place? In my opinion, it looks like a shopping mall. Mall? The shop windows. No mall would sell. This is just walking by everything. What sort of building is this? It's way too long. Look, there's someone up ahead. That guy. He looks. And everything goes to crap. Ladies and gentlemen, everything goes to crap. Did you get that? I'll turn up the volume. What the? What is this noise? Chard, take my hand, we'll take a walk, go to steer inside the Lost Ark, I'll buy the sky. ZK, where's some control, ZK? Chard? Who's Chard? You really heard that? I can't understand a damn thing. Let me turn the volume one more time. I had it. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, girl. What just happened? Brief intermission. We're back after these messages. I love how Cine 8, Programa 0 Repórter. It's really weird, like playing a game in English and then I look up and there is a Brazilian Portuguese thing. It's so weird. Like, dude, what is that? Okay, we're in the right building. Is the camera on? Let me remove. Okay, something change it. On now? Yeah, the footage might be useful. Let me get the button. 6.4 from 6.08. Like you've seen a ghost. Some deja vu. Right. We already have turned this thing. What? What are you doing? How about stop wasting our time? Can you do that? I thought we could shoot some footage for the video. Ah, okay. Well, you shot it, right? Come on, let's go. What's weird with you, girl? There's your apartment. Finally. I'll do taking. What is wrong with her? I mean, I get it. Good evening. We're from Channel 8. We came to talk to you about what happened. You don't mind if we record this, right? You want to talk about Walter, right? The recent events. Everything's stuck in your throat, isn't it? Come in. It might be good to speak to someone. Are you asking about the tape? Yes. Come on, get in. Wait, so she is also affected by the deja vu. We're about to be. There's something wrong here. In the limits of your conscience. Hard. We're about to begin. Do you have anything? Tea, coffee? No, thanks. Well, I'll go make something anyway. No, let's just. God damn it. We'll have to wait for her. I'll have a look around here. Yeah, whatever. Doggy! Hey, Gunpowder. He seems a little nervous, uneasy, or is he afraid? Got certificates. Well, it wasn't a complete dumbass locking people back at the studio. Right. Better recognize institutions. So many books. Huh. There's one missing. I can leave? I cannot control? Okay, what happened? Something about this TV says me get creeps. Hey, there's a weird thing hanging above the front door. Look, go there and take it off. Kinda nice. Yes, there's something there. What? I didn't see anything. What kind of plan is this? No idea, man. It's well taken care of. Miss Martins didn't let the tragedy affect her routine. Maybe it's what's keeping her in function right now. I'm pretty sure there was a pair of boots here when we came in. There. Let's get to the point. Walter took tape to the studio, but it wasn't the original one, was it? The original is here, with you. How do you know that? We examined the one he had with him. I want to see the original. Well, yes, I have it here. Do you know where he found this tape? Is this why you came here? Had I known, I wouldn't have opened the door. Here, take it. I don't want to see this thing. I'll go have a smoke outside. Tell me when you're done. Let her go, but don't go, no. What's wrong with her? I don't have time for this, but Fine, you're right. This whole thing is making me angsty. You know what? Why don't you go check up on her? Even better, interview her. You always wanted to do that, right? Here's a chance. See if she's up to answering some question about the origin of this tape. Wow. Ah, there she is. Deep breaths. Even with the smoke on, have deep breaths. What's the smell? It's not the cigarette. No, focus. If I do a good job. I can help Miss Martins feel a little better. It'll probably change up, but I still want to do it. I might get okay. Okay, idiot. A lot more idiot because I might get. Let's play the reporter. Miss Martins? What is it? Are you done? Not yet. Juliana's watching the tape. Meanwhile, I want to ask you some questions. For your program? Shouldn't the girl be asking the questions? Actually, I got worried about it, man. I've seen many people like their girl in this line of work because of Walter. People who stop at nothing. Fine, that's an interview of yours. You'd better think very carefully about these questions of yours. My head is about to burst. How are you doing? Terrible. I haven't slept since, maybe I should have seen it coming. The atmosphere at home changed ever since that tape showed up. He would watch it many times a day, locked up in the room. He'd say he'd almost get it, but never showed me anything. He never showed it to me. No, we need to investigate this. I think he got it at home, but I didn't see who delivered it. Walter collected movies. Hard to find film recordings. I thought it was just another one. Just thinking about that girl alone in my living room watching that thing makes my skin crawl. Say, why is you so interested in that tape? Because the important thing is that, yes, I could see the greed in her colleague's eyes when she asked for the tape. To be honest, I thought you asked a question about Walter. He was a co-worker, no? That was a plan. Was it really? Don't you think that college of yours is acting a little strange? I could swear I've seen her before. To be honest, I have a feeling I've seen you before as well. Maybe I've seen her in the studio. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I haven't been working there for long. Maybe that's why we don't seem to like her. To be like her. Not yet, anyway. Me? Yes. Why are you in this, anyway? Oh, this is my job. I'm going to pick my tasks, so just omit yourself, right? No. I shouldn't blame you. You're not at fault. Not really. You know I get it. I get the idea of moving up the ladder, the allure sensationalist piece of news. You can see it too, can't you? Nothing good came from this tape, from this whole thing. Think it really didn't cause anything positive until now. That's precisely what we need to investigate. Do we really need to? Is it really to search for truth that's motivating this story you're working on, or is it something else? And if it's something else, then it wouldn't be right. I'm not sure right is the concept we're looking for. What I do know is that your to be here is making me apprehensive. I don't want to ignore this feeling. To be honest, I've been questioning how things have been progressing. Well, I don't want the story to be broadcast. I'm telling you quite plainly. Drop the camera. You serious? You can't tell them the crazy old lady clawed at you. I don't care. Here, a little push out of the window. Just for curiosity. Get it? Got something the ending of Act 2. Wait, so there's multiple endings to this? Okay, this is getting a lot. Wait, oh. Teleforum. I need to reach the apartment. The apartment. Which apartment? It's 608. Yes, that was it. I had someone else with me. Juliana with two N's. That's right. The whoa, that tape. What I saw in it. These two are interesting. I saw the past of a future that never happened or unrecorded nightmare. I think this one. In which future do I exist now? From which past did I come? The apartment. She stayed there. Isn't the 6th floor anymore. Something hit the floor. Better to record everything. Everything can be used. This sound. Do you want to follow it? No, I need to think. I need to go on. Is this the right way? Yes, this way. We smelled here. What just smelled this one before? This is a oh, this sound. The smell is coming from inside the apartment. Oh, I know what it is. The smell. It's ozone. Do I really want to mess with these dogs? I'm going to. I think he's sick or something. Gunpowder? What happened here? What's the dog there? Where's your owner? Hey Gunpowder, where's your owner? Am I imagining things like the dog avoiding the apartment? Oh no, not now. Come on. Act! Gunpowder. Come back here. What's got into him? Just dashed down the hall. Huh? Was lying on top of some note. It's a note. I've had it and I did what I shouldn't. I now live the past of a future that never happened. I move through strange events, ephemeral facts. Truth and lies no more than an idiot's dream. If any reads this, don't leave Gunpowder alone. She's also, these letters are giving me vertigo. Wait, the dog. Where did he go to? Gunpowder? I'm going inside. No. Leave this story. It was all wrong to the start. Stairs seem safer. I found the stairs. Gunpowder? I'm going inside. Enough. No. Let's go already. Wait, what is this? Why in the middle of nowhere? Gunpowder? I'm going inside. I'm going to need to. So we really have to take out the answers just for this. So the game's basically forcing me to go inside. I don't want to go inside. Is there any ending that I need to do? Am I going inside? Am I going inside? Really? Really? I will. Yeah, I'm asking the same thing. Heh. I just noticed it now. And it's awful. Say it out loud. The camera carries me, not the other way around. I can't even tell where this started. Perhaps a long time ago, when I submitted my application. Gunpowder? I'm going in. In their apartment, something hit their apartment. No, don't watch the tape. Tape. Can't we really just go away? Share the photos. The TV. Can't we really? Do we really need to go to that tape again? Oh God! Let me just leave. This isn't our debut with Walter Martins, reporter.
Caros telespectadores, boa noite. Hoje nós teremos uma transmissão especial do nosso programa, possivelmente a minha última. E com ela trago um comunicado a fazer para todos vocês. Descobri algo nas últimas semanas que tem me assombrado desde então. Palavras não serão o bastante para descrever o que descobri. Portanto, eu vou precisar mostrar. E talvez isso venha assombrar vocês, assim como tem me assombrado. Mas a minha profissão, o meu trabalho, foi revelar a verdade durante todos esses anos. E se quisermos nos libertar, preciso que todos saibam disso que tenho a mostrar. Por isso, peço que todos sintonizem bem seus aparelhos. Não cruzem suas pernas, isso é importante. Mas fiquem confortáveis com a coluna reta. E observem com atenção.
What just happened?
So, after the whole gameplay, let me introduce you all to the lore of the game, even though it's not that easy as it seems. Like I've shown you in the gameplay itself, the game's story isn't linear. In fact, it is very disturbed and distorted, since the choices of words that you say to the characters directly impact on how much of each perspective of the story you might receive, making it impossible to understand the whole picture in just one simple run. So I had to, obviously, try dozens of different dialogues. Sure that some were hinted by the game's achievements, but others are very hard to find. What happened in the game is basically this. Walter was a TV reporter responsible for the program Zero Repórter on the Brazilian channel Comuni TV. The context of the program doesn't matter here, as Walter had a completely normal life and career, having a lovable wife and stable financial conditions. That is until an entity called Operator gave him a tape with mysterious footage. It is hinted that the name of the operator is Celso, but there are no direct confirmation that they both are the same person. But as far as we know of, there is this possibility. Getting back to the contents of the tape, Walter becomes very, very obsessed with the tape, watching it over and over and over again, becoming an issue even in his marriage. He ended up creating a copy of the tape and he tries to show the contents of the tape on live broadcast, but he ends up altering for himself in the same live broadcast, while the copy was mysteriously deteriorated and unable to be recovered. The interesting part is that it's Celso himself that confirms this to the two main characters, Silva and Juliana, both a small reporter and scenographer for the Comuni TV channel that wants to find out what happened to Walter and how did he end up doing what he did. It's here where the main story of the game begins, where Juliana and Silva go to Walter's apartment and talk to his wife before finding out about the mysterious tape, and they end up watching it, being full of mysterious symbols, rainbow voices, and even weirder scenery. That is until the tape resets, and with it, all of reality, including the memories of the two protagonists. Stuck in a loop forever, it's in these parts and lapses that it's revealed even more about what the tape actually is and what the tape does to the universe itself, being some sort of reality reset button in the perspective of not only those who watch it, but everyone around them. Point proven by Volta's wife, who was affected by the reset as shown in the second and third act of the story. The loop isn't broken, and in fact, it's how we see the tape itself. A loop forever and ever that the more we watch, the more we can change and find secrets, only to find the same ending where we watch the tape and reset the whole reality again. This, however, isn't the full picture of the game's lore, and in fact, this is only the surface of it. First covering the facts of the game until the last update, we have lots of loose threads that don't light up. Not for having different perspectives, but because it is so damaged that it is even unconclusive. What makes it even worse is the fact that every decision we take can change the whole perspective on these characters and ourselves entirely. Some even breaks the law of reality itself, making it seem impossible to separate what is real and what is not anymore. And that's the fun of the lore, ain't it? One of those loose threads that I've mentioned earlier is the creation and contents of the tape itself, since it isn't revealed exactly who gave the tape and who exactly created it, and also why Walter was chosen. This is aggravated by the fact that we don't know what exactly is the contents of the tape. Sure, only glimpses seen in Silva and Juliana's perspective, where we can see symbols, corridors, and phrases in language, but we cannot understand those. It's almost like the lore of the game isn't the focus here, but rather what it represents. What does all of this means? And that's where it hit us. The game isn't a story, it's something else. And here's where things can get a little messy to understand. In this video I'll try to show you two interpretations or theories, one made by the community before the last update of Teleforum, and one made by the same community after this update. The first theory is the Teleforum isn't a story, being a metaphor on how we're controlled by the mass media. No. This is one of those conspiracies that makes you run around with tinfoil hats and saying that television has mind controlling abilities. No. It's much more realistic than that. Teleforum isn't just some random word chosen by the game only because it makes sense in Latin, but it also makes sense on the story itself. Teleforum in Latin means something like telemarketing, which, according to the theory, isn't by raw accident, but because the whole story is the drive to find the truth of all three characters based on a television. Walter, Juliana, and Silva. However, they both have different endings due to their different perspectives on how they should face the reality of the loops they found themselves in, being all of them different examples on how people react or tend to react when they realize that they're being manipulated by something, in this case, by the media. Walter is the kind of person that wants to do anything to find the truth, even if it destroys himself beyond repair. Like it happened, his Altar 4 has a meaning on how people tend to lose their senses of hope when finding out all about this. This is even hinted by one of the endings of the game, where we run all the experience for a second time, and then Walter talks about this.
Caros telespectadores, boa noite. Hoje nós teremos uma transmissão especial do nosso programa.
Pois, se está vendo isso, acredito que já seja tarde demais. Amantes deles já se tornaram nossos olhos. Tudo que vemos. Eu entendo o afã em buscar mais, entender mais. Mas já sabe o que aconteceu comigo por tentar fazer o mesmo. Por que seguiu esse mesmo caminho? Bom, não importa. Já chegou a verdade, telespectador. E ela tem um custo. Mas não precisamos pagar tudo. Não precisamos nos submeter. Ouça. Eles não têm controle disso. Não ainda. Desligue o vídeo. Vá embora. E não volte. Escapará por entre os dedos deles. A maior das rebeldias. Vá embora. Não volte.
Alright, my guy. So he says that I have to leave, so I'll try leaving.
Walter realized that the only way to stop whatever is controlling their minds is to not pay attention to them anymore, to not care and to let it all fade away. But Juliana, on the other hand, has a different perspective. She wants to find how to stop this, no matter how many times the loop shatters her mind beyond repair. This is even shown where we see her facing the elevator unresponsive to her surroundings and by Silva's calls, as it feels like she's breaking and losing more and more of her mind each and every time the loop restarts. And the fact that she's powerless to finding out about all of this and not being able to find a way to counter it, as seen with how frustrated she was in the second loop. Then there is Silva, someone who knows the truth but chooses to ignore it. reaching the point of even refusing to see the truth with his own eyes, as how we can deny the opportunity of watching the tape with Juliana on the first loop, how we get reset when we try to stop Juliana watching the tape again on the second loop, and how we're trying to escape 2 times from the loop, one by refusing to get inside Walter's house and following the dog, and the other by throwing the camera outside when Walter's wife asked for it. However, Zin did that in the second one. Silva did not throw only the camera, but also himself alongside it, as we became one with our cameras, like we saw in the beginning of each first act after completing the game for the first time. Silva refuses to face the truth in the reality they live in, but they're also affected by the loop, becoming less and less of himself and even forgetting of Juliana in some point in all of those loops and resets. Another point that reinforces this interpretation is that our perspective, yes, our perspective as in the player's perspective, is always in the camera, not in the eyes of the characters themselves, like we're recording something. But for what purpose? Why are we recording these things? This could be a way to reference people who record and publish their entire lives on the internet and television, becoming more and more one with the cameras and being less and less of themselves. One thing that's strengthening this even further is the voices that the tape says. Some users theorize that this is in the phonetic alphabet, translating to cinescope or kinescope, which is a sort of technology that used to record stuff on live television before the VHS tapes being around, being some sort of explanation of how we're accessing these recordings, being even a way more stronger reinforcement to the analogy. The point that references the control of the mass media is the resets themselves. Since for reset to happen on a VCR player, we need to hit the reset button manually, like someone is resetting this for us and not ourselves. Remember, this whole experience in the perspective of someone who found a random tape and decided to watch it. We might be the ones to hit the reset button, or even the operator adding the footage after acquiring it. This one is a tricky to fit in this interpretation since, as the game indicates, there are no endings to these loops, not even a beginning. So we might be seeing the loop of number 489 the first time we played the game. The fact is, something doesn't want us to see how the loop happens in their eyes, and want us to be stuck in the same loop as how Walter indicates when telling us to leave the tape and never come back. We even get an achievement for that. Even the horseshoe and smell ozone is another indicator, as some people on the community of Teleforum on Steam said that the horseshoe might be an item that damaged the VHS, like a magnet for example, or the ozone might be from the damage from the television that has received from a thunderstorm. But this is a whole different explanation, and I'd have to dig too much into chemistry mechanics. I'd rather not get in detail on that. But here's the catch. As great and solid this metaphor interpretation sounds, let me remind you of something that I said over and over again. We still have something to discuss. An update to be more specific.
What? Where the hell are we? Ooh, it's a tape. How did I get in here? I feel a presence here. Better keep moving. My thoughts are slippery. Before this, we were going to the apartment. How many times did we go to the apartment? I need to concentrate on something. Those things that weren't there before. The note. It was in the coat pocket. A note from Walter. Oh, trees. The president better move. focus. What else was there? The newspaper. A particular article. Its appearance. A lake. I'm tired. I want to sleep. No, I can't. There's something else in my mind. Yes, a tape. A videotape. An old episode of Teleforum. He had a video label, an important memory, that presence. Good night. Walter, you know me. I've been wandering this place for a while now. Apparently stopping and watching was the best choice. Wait. My hands are tickling. Think carefully of what you're going to say. Your camera. I am going to watch this until the end, my friend.
So here is where the second interpretation starts and becomes far more stronger than the first one. This theory, also created by the community, suggests that Teleforum isn't something to be understood yet. As with the Toronto Lake announcement starts to get closer and closer, users state that both of the games are connected in some sort of unique storyline. This is reinforced by 5 pieces of a puzzle that you need to access to get a code to go to the forest part of the game inside the elevator. The pieces are references to some place that Walter went or is deeply connected to. An example of this reference is the tape inside the VCR during the second loop, where it is shown Walter's program and some flashes from the trailer from Drowned Lake. This reference also indicates a deeper story coming up on the next game, like the missing people newspaper and the numeric pad, radio tower stated in a note inside Walter's coat. Being so much weirder now since this part doesn't line up with Teleforum at all, being there is something here that wasn't shown, at least for now. Something that reinforces this even further is the forest act itself, where Suha finds himself stranded alone inside the forest, where the only guide to his path is the pieces of the puzzle that we found out before, trying to escape some presence inside the forest. Keep in mind that we only have 2 tries in this act, since the game blocks us from trying more than 2 times. If we get any of the answers wrong, we get a boat and consumed by the presence. Both of them doesn't matter. But if we get all of them right, we have a chance to talk to Walter face to face, where from all the answers he gives us, 2 are very interesting and peculiar. If you say that you've watched the tape, he'll say your camera, and then we reset the timeline. This can possibly mean that whatever is the reset, it isn't affected by the physical directly, but by the camera that everyone holds, since the camera and these characters are becoming one with their cameras. The reset part of the story can add up to this one, or maybe something that happens with who's watching the tape, not the person inside it. If you ask Walter what is this place that you 2 are in, he will only say, "My Sena by me," which is a very specific concept used only in stories from older centuries. The original pronunciation is Mise en Beam, which is a part of the story inside the story repeated in itself. A proper example in this is 2 mirrors facing each other, where smaller and smaller and smaller parts of its content repeated over again, smaller and smaller each time until it becomes so distorted that it isn't even close to the original reflection. This is an explanation to the Teleforum itself, the tape they were watching. It is a direct and practical use to this concept, where the tape is repeated in loops so many times we don't know the beginning and how the original reality might be anymore. So yeah, maybe Teleforum isn't a story made to be understood as the full truth, but a part of the bigger picture, one that we're yet to see when Drown Lake launches. I don't know if I'll cover it in the channel since I'm broke and I can't pay for games that much, but I'm rooting for the game here. May be a wonderful experience to us all. To say the least, Teleforum isn't a horror-focused game. It's more like an ambience-focused experience. The music, the scenario, it's all very well done, and this is coming from someone who actually lives in Brazil. So it's very close to our reality back then in the context of scenery and character building. I know that this isn't a fair statement since the game is made by a Brazilian team, but yeah, it is nice to see a Brazilian gem getting the attention it deserves. Just remember that every theory and interpretation as said shouldn't be taken as a full truth, since the only way we can have a clue of what is going on is apparently in Drown Lake. So I hope we get to see more of that. Thank you very much for watching. If you have some opinion on this, comment down below what your opinion is. I will be gladly answering to any questions, or at least trying to. Remember, I'm not the dev of the game, I'm just a random guy who really liked the game and tried exploring it. So yeah, I'll see you soon.